The past shape the present, and the present shape the future. Looking back in the past will only tell you about now, today. The future we are here to shape. But some people seem so stuck in the past. They only want to look back. They want to stagnate the future in the past. Everybody here come talking about we are going to research back in the past. We are looking back. Everybody going back. Forward, what Rastafari tell you? Forward ever, backward never. The future we are talking about here, not the old ugly wild past. What are you looking back on the past for? Looking back at the past and find out what your slave master has done and what slavery have done to you. How can it help you now? You have to pick up from right here, the present. And the beginning of this new future is all about I. So those who want to look ahead and understand the future will have to read our works, study our works, and all that. Everything in darkness around here, religiously, politically, and socially, until I bring light. And this is what I'm about. That's why I don't want to hear anybody around here behaving like they know anything about the future. I'm the only one around here who can define the new future and tell you all about it. You don't want to hear anything from preachers telling you about heaven. But what they're talking about is an illusion. Everything about God and the hell line is the reverse of the reality. An illusion. That is how the system works. That's how the system works. Therefore, we don't want any preachers around us to be telling us what the Bible says and what the Bible says we must do, while they are not doing it. The Bible is talking about hell. At the same time, it is telling you to do good. But how can you do good in hell? Only those who do bad in hell survive. Those who do good get shafted. Furthermore, you are told that the Almighty looked down at Psalms 14, chapter 14, and there was no one that was righteous. Everyone doing evil things. Yet some people are telling you how holy they are, and they are men of God, and they are saint and monk and all kind of ignorance. That is the nature of hell. Everybody praising himself, praising nothing, praising old politician that is tearing down our country, praising old preacher that is creating division and hate and scamming away people money. That is the nature of hell around here. And this is not new.
There's a song that says, simple things. The act of changing the category or class. God said, I'm going to reclassify you from a nobody to a somebody. I'm going to reclassify you.
I've been listening to these religionists saying the same thing for years and years and years. What are they talking about? The Bible seems to confuse them all. The old Jesus story. Who is Jesus? Jesus is the son of the first man, the Christ. He's the son of the first man. Call him what you want to call him. Name is not important. But the Christ that came in 2,000 years ago was the son of the first man and the first woman. First birth. Came in to indicate the end, the final 2,000 years on positive timeline. Whatever death was meted out to him, that is how the script is written. And that will always be the situation. He was murdered because of the religious opposition and political opposition. For they thought that he was about to take over for a different class of people. The same as today. He's back in at the end of the 2,000 years. And it's the same behavior coming at him. But everyone should know the result by now. If you kill him at the beginning, you cannot kill him at the end. Kill I today, you can't kill I tomorrow. You are told that by Buju Banton. So you better go humble yourselves. That is how the system works. Same thing at the beginning, same thing at the end. Only that the result will be opposite. Therefore, the Christ returned at the end of the 2,000 years to fulfill Isaiah 9, 6 and 7. Set up a new kingdom on earth. And as you can see, this is a work in progress coming out of the Universal Scientific Associates, the Divine Ministry. And we expect everyone to rally around this reality, especially the Jamaican people, black people and a whole. It's all about black people returning to their glory, their ancient glory. We know a lot of people, our enemies, putting all the obstacles in the way to divert this, or to distract and take it away. But it will not work this time. 2,000 years ago, they were successful in doing so by murdering the prophet, the Christ, and change all that reality in the context of white supremacy, including changing the color of the Christ from black to white and all that, and have used this to enslave our people and have us mentally enslaved in their religion, in their religions today, under the banner of Christianity. So after murdering the Christ, his name was used to control that religious reality. And most of those writings about the Christ was written long after he was murdered. And they're telling you about that, because of the blood of the Christ, God sent his only begotten son. It's only one son God have. How many daughters God get? Knowing that his family populate the entire universal realms. Only one son without no daughter accomplished that. So you see, most of the things that are written in the Bible make no logical, scientific or mathematical sense, because there are ideas and concepts of world leaders and religious people who claim that they are religious and spiritual and this and that. They are the one who define things in the context of their power and glory. Have nothing to do with the true reality. However, from now on, I will come to know the true reality coming out of the above ministry. Selassie law flowing from the universal seal. Who can get around that? You could have preached and pray and beg and worship as much as you want. The reality remains the same. You cannot change that. You cannot pray it away, sing it away, or shoot it away. It come here to stay. So all what is expected of you around here is to humble yourself to the law of the Almighty and not to the laws of men. Hear some people talking about that they love their religion. What is religion? Is not God. Religion is just an institution. What you love about your religion? You must love your fellow men, your neighbors, yourself, not your religion. Some people talking about they love God. God don't need anyone to love him. God do not need anyone to love him. Who you need to love is yourself. Because God in the Almighty is in all of you. So if you love yourself and each other, you automatically love God. You automatically love God. You're so hateful of your neighbors. You don't even love yourself. That is why you bleach off your skin and wearing all kind of plastic hair and looking the way you look. Killing yourself. And killing out each other. No, self-hate. That is what you are around here. Then you talk about you love God. How can you love God and hate yourself and your fellow men? Go learn to love yourself and your fellow men before you talk about how much you love God. Most people go to church and come back talking about, oh, I love God, God this and God. That cannot help you. You have to live God. Love your neighbors. Help them when they need help. In whatever way you can. Ensure that you keep your environment clean and maintain your ecology. All these are godly duties. Prayer cannot help you. But you cannot tell God what to do. All what must be done was set from the beginning of time. And that is what will happen. God will not change anything in mid-air here for you. Whatever happened to you, that is what always happened to you and will always happen to you when you return at this time. Whatever war and crime and violence taking place, that is how it is at this time and will go away, and on this same timeline will return and behave, and you all will return and behave just the same. Life is a cycle. Social assistance. We do not want to see every country send their social assistance body in Jamaica and have them all over the place. Those who are giving assistance to us, give it through the social assistance body. We need to set up a social assistance body in every constituency. Therefore, when money coming in to help, this money is share up and go to these constituencies straight. Instead of these people send their people out here and they stay out here and beg money, and then they left what they want to left and use the rest and buy foreign exchange and go on and take out of the country. So these are people that coming in here from all over, that they are social bodies helping countries. We do not want to see their physical presence in Jamaica. Whatever assistance they want to give, they send it in cash. USA, this, that. Everybody coming here to help. And yet, things only get worse. They're not helping. We have the Catholic food for the poor. They seem to be creating more poverty more than anything else. From the time that they are handing out stale food to the local community. Maybe that's why those communities are so crime infested. So much dirty food, rejected food they sent here through those all religious organizations, all gay organizations. Like a dirty food come to our people in the rural area. Why they behave so worthless and nasty and sick in the head. When food come in through these organizations, such as Food for the Poor, who vet this food and check if they are healthy, are fresh for our people. I'm sure they just come in, and because they come in through church, they just take anything. Apart from the church say it is good, it is good. God sent it for the poor, nobody not questioning it. But we don't want that around here anymore. People just send things without through various organization, without proper check. Next thing, guns coming in, coke coming in. These religious organizations, some of them are here bringing in all kind of contraband. They are devil organizations, most of them. When you want to do evil, they do it through religion. But they don't pay tax. So you set up a business and set it up in the name of your religion. The church business. But all this will go with the whole confused generation in hell. Taxi. The taxi people need to organize themselves in a proper taxi service. Set up the taxi company. Each parish have their own taxi operation, bus operation. Therefore, put in all the necessary things to reduce the problem of global warming and pollution. The imperative is to move away from fossil fuel as urgent as possible, since as the universal gas shift to semi-positive, all these gas engine will be easily caught fire, will catch fire easily, especially when lightning flash. Therefore, by now and the next 10 years, we should change out all these taxis to electric, biofuel hybrid. We want to significantly reduce the amount of fossil fuel used by motor vehicles, since as they burn this gas, it poison the environment and affect the ecology. And this they have been doing for the last 2,000 years. Since the last 100, it is worse. Absolute pollution all over, from ignorant people who do not understand how the universe functions, because everything is Big Bang theory to them. And they are the one created and finding out what about creation. There's no God. So they do as they like and mash up the place and tell the fools what they want to tell them. However, this is not the time to listen to those who are ignorant and wild and confused, greedy, show off. These are the people that we do not want to listen to around here anymore. Efficient taxi service will significantly reduce the demand for private motor vehicles, and that is what we want to have around here. Fewer import of private motor vehicles. And as we move into the new order, a lot of people will be working from home. Therefore, there will be no need for all this private ownership of vehicles. Likewise, as we modernize the rail line system, etc.
34
We want to
deaths
see
recorded in 1993.
the import of
Here,
motor
the director of
vehicles
Road Safety Unit
for
in the
private
Ministry of
utility
Transport and Mining
significantly
said future
reduced.
generation will have a greater
Most
role to play
people
in reducing fatal accidents on the
have a
on
car
the
today for a
nation's road.
nostalgic
It
reason.
takes at least 3 generations.
You just want to have a big pretty
So
car
we are so
that is
much
polluting the
now
place and
with our
congesting
children,
up the
he
place.
said recently. We
You don't
intend
need that.
to
You
have
can just
the
call a taxi. If the
catalyst
taxi
of
service is
change,
efficient,
because we
it
recognize
is
that
cheaper
adults
to
are
use a
not
taxi than
being
use your
able to
personal
they
car.
are killing
We have to
themselves
pay
and
gas,
children on
toll
the road.
fee,
But this is crazy. Imagine 430
insurance.
people died on our nation
You have to pay
streets in 2019.
fitness certificate.
2019.
You have to buy
And,
parts,
it's really,
oil.
really sad. It's really sad. A lot
Massive
of
amount
lives
of money
been
you have to
snuffed
spend
out
annually
on the
on motor
nation's
vehicle.
roads.
Don't think you just have it and drive it around.
appealing to all of us, adults,
Therefore, a lot of people will
pedestrians,
will
please,
work out
let
better
us take it easy as well
when there is
a
a efficient taxi service
as well.
all
So
across
that was
Jamaica.
our Jamaica Thing feature this
And this
week.
is
And
important
Jamaica Thing is brought to you by this
to reduce
Institute of
import,
Already
etc.
Safe.
A reduction in the demand for motor vehicle for private uses will significantly reduce the demand for foreign exchange. Buying more cars, buying fossil fuel, and importing accessories and parts for vehicle every year. Therefore, moving to more electric will significantly reduce this cost and more taxi service. The important is to reduce the cost of foreign exchange. Producing enough food to eat. This is another area that bleed out foreign exchange. It is easier to close a man than feed one. Therefore, if you are producing enough food to feed your people, that will significantly reduce your foreign exchange demand. And Jamaica have the ability to produce all the food that we consume. The priority is to feed your people first, produce all the food that your people demand. What is the amount of rice our people consume annually? What is the amount of sugar? What is the amount of cornmeal? Etc. 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 You need to know this in advance. Your animal demand for each product. And what is the external demand? Those who want to import things from us must send in their requirement, their annual requirement in advance, 1 year in advance. Or supposedly they want it for they want the supply for 5 years. Then they can state it that the agricultural industry put the farmers to work to produce enough to feed the people, to supply local demand and supply the external. What are we producing inside here in Jamaica adequately to feed our people and the excess export? Nothing. Maybe sugar, and we still have to be importing sugar. We still have to be importing refined sugar. And look how from day one I have indicated that they should cut down on the exporting of sugar, producing sugar for export and put in a refinery and export to the Caribbean. But no, they still have the same old colonial ways of doing things. And every day you hear the sugar people come on and Power 106 talking about sugar like the same old slavery days. Why are they telling us how much the various estate produce? You know, every day is a show. Who are paying for all this? The sugar industry or the government? Who owns the sugar industry anyway? These non-productive behavior costing more money more than anything else to come on the radio advertising about sugar and have to pay, and this is of no significance. Why you don't go have your boards or put it on the website that who want to know about what happened to sugar, they go there and look free. That's why you can't make money around here, because you have so many things taking out the money. You have so many people to pay that they cannot even pay your workers. All those workers that have been working in the sugar cane industry for so many years, from I was a boy, my uncle chopping sugar cane, are they getting old age compensation now for all that work? But most of them, or young boys, just go there and chop cane all their life until they get old. No connection, no papers or anything like that. With paying no pension or nothing at all. I expect the sugar industry people should have these names and ensure that these people are compensated, are given some pension, a universal salary, now that they are old and cannot work anymore. You know, my uncle working in Chulani, in the sugar estate up there, and he was walking to work in the Chulani Hills, in the bush, to go and cut cane to send his son to high school. And police driving through the hill and see him and search him, as him with one split. Took him back to the police station and locked him up. You know, that's nothing ever hurt me, so if it was now, I would go down there and just blood them up for that. That was the first time I called on a talk show. I called Antoinette Horton. And from that day I pledged that I would ensure that that fucking plant is made free. And it is not yet free, you know. It has to be 100% free before I stop talking about it. I can tell you that.